Mark is the CEO of a large global retail firm. He's well liked by his colleagues, who consider him an inspirational leader with good instincts. Although the financial data speaks for itself, telling the story of continuing success. Mark believed in the open door policy approach and would often check in on multiple offices in various regions to meet his teams and sense check what was really happening across the business. However, it became clear there was an emergent threat to the business when the financials of one of the divisions started to dip. He had been so busy recently that he hadn't been able to cope with checking in on all the business locations he normally did. Despite tackling the problem quickly, the external factor affecting the viability of the business meant that Mark ended up having to make some tough decisions. There were people on the ground that could have told him that this was going to happen, and if they did, he probably would have responded in a different way. Meanwhile, Holly, the CEO of a service organisation, was all the things Mark was. Inspirational, bold, caring. Her instinct was good too, but she didn't rely on that alone. Holly had a secret weapon that allowed her to get well ahead of any situation before it showed up in her company's financial data or other key metrics that might hurt the business. Her secret? Tensense.ai. Much like a control tower, Holly has a dashboard where Tensense is integrated with all her other vital data, creating a business performance early warning system. It works with 16 scientifically directed questions answered in less than 2 minutes by everyone in the business. It then provides Holly and her team with the vital insights from her people on what is really happening on the ground, how the story is likely to unfold, and gives her a more predictive view of the performance of the business. The data of the overall company looked great, but because Holly could check in on the health of any of her divisions, she noticed that something was happening in the sales division, and it wasn't good. The employees here were showing a rising spike in challenge and failure under the performance metric. If she didn't intervene, the problem would have grown until it finally started showing in the financial data too, at which point her options would be limited. But with the early warning system from Tensense, Holly was able to use her instincts and curiosity to get to the heart of the problem. By asking the right questions, she could see potential changes in the market coming down the road, so took action by diversifying the company's approach. From the initial spike, Holly could see that a crisis had been averted and the sales division was showing increasing levels of success. She could also set alerts so that if other divisions started to spike, she'd be informed right away. Unlike Mark, Holly didn't need to react to a dip in her financial performance, as it never happened. The only tough decision she had to make was where to take her team in celebration of their success.